We get daily feeds of data for all the clients who use Bankstream. We tend to process monthly. The coding, once the client's been on for 3 months, I would say on average 80% of the transactions are coded out automatically, which saves a huge amount of time.
For the purposes of management accounting and financial accounting, it's a very good tool. It's been fairly core to us in terms of taking on smaller clients and wrapping up year end.
For me, Bankstream also gives me complete control over clients' bookkeeping. Other software in the market doesn't quite allow you to do that. In more ways than one, Bankstream has changed the way we do work for those 50-60 clients we have on Bankstream at the moment.
Well, for the clients who are on Bankstream, January doesn't exist because the tax returns are long gone, so at least I know that those ones aren't going to be part of the January backlog.
As a result of the automatic coding, the Bankstream enabled us to conclude the year-end bookkeeping almost immediately on the last day of the year. Therefore, we can produce a set of accounts within the first few days of the new year.
Well, if you've coded out all the transactions, which normally you would have done, I mean, a small sole trader account, it would be a matter of a couple of hours probably to get the final accounts out. Then you have a meeting with the draft accounts and make any adjustments based on those. For
a new client, the percentage saving in the year-end process, I would say that Bankstream helps us to deliver a 60% saving. For an ongoing client, I think we're cutting out 80% of the time needed.
The best way of doing it is to, if you can get the client to extract his bank transactions into CSV format for you, once the feed starts, you can actually input the historic data right back to the start of the year, and then you really do see the value.
We've used extensively actually a process whereby we can upload the CSV bank statements into the Bankstream system and get a complete historic record to code. And of course, once you've coded the first 2 months and memorised, the whole process becomes much quicker rather than wading through a plastic bag full of receipts.
A great advantage of Bankstream is that you spread the workload for a client throughout the year, and you've got more control over when you do that work. You're not chasing the client for information, and it does mean that when you get to the year end, there's really very little extra work that's required, and so it makes the workflow of the practice less lumpy, less stressful, and puts us more in control.